Good afternoon, folks. Good afternoon. I hope you are well. Yes, it is my birthday, and thank you very much for the well wishes. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And, apologies for the slight delay here at the start of the stream. I was tracking our weekly HelloFresh delivery, and it's like, yeah, it's going to arrive at some point during the stream. So, okay, that's fine, that's fine. And then I heard a van pull up outside like 20 seconds before going live, and it's like, okay, I'm just going to pause that timer just for a second. I'll run and do that, because the last thing I want is to go live, it automatically switch over to this, and there's just no one here. So here we are, we're back. Cool. Let's run through the bits and pieces before we get started. So yes, it is my birthday. I am 39. Next year's a big one, but yeah, I mean, I'm feeling it's my knees and lower back, and I wish that were a joke. I really do. So thank you so much to those people who have shared links and stuff like that, and social posts and the like. The goal today is to try by the end of the day to hit 100 followers here and 100 subscribers on YouTube. We are so close. We are on 97 followers here and 97 on YouTube. There's been a big old surge in the last couple of days, which is amazing. So please, if you follow me on socials, please maybe quote, tweets, you know, any such things I have shared. Please encourage people to do it. 97, we are so close. Yeah, that's kind of about it. Anything else? Not really. I will do standard links and stuff. So short thoughts, no episode this week, because we're fortnightly, but the response has been really good to last week's one with Red Wormling. I'm glad people enjoyed that. That has shot up to be the 3rd most watched episode, and it's only been out for like a week, which is pretty damn cool. So thank you so much for that. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And thank you. There is a couple of really awesome people who are clearly listening to Short Thoughts on Spotify, because I'm watching the numbers tick up on that. Not massively, but I can see they've gone onto that one, they've gone onto that one, they've gone onto that one. So yay, so glad that people are doing that. 1 second, let me just check a message that I've just been sent. Cool. Sorry, family messaging. Okie doke. So what we're doing today is normally it's a geeky lunch chat with games. I was thinking, what do we play today? I mean, what are we going to do for a birthday stream? Is there anything we could go back to something that I've enjoyed playing thus far, which seemed like a good idea? And I thought, let's go nostalgia, because I realised that on sale for the PS5 was the Marmalade Games version of Cluedo. Which I've not played, certainly the board game version, for a very long time. So Cluedo, or Clue if you're American, is the game of murder deduction. And I think it's I'd say the game sound is a little too loud on my voice. No, you're absolutely right. I didn't, in my 23-second delay, I got interrupted and forgot to take the sound down. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, because looking at the bars, that must have been really deafening. I'm sorry about that. Is that better now? I hope so. Much better, thanks. Cool. Sorry, now the message coming in. Sorry, my mum's just messaging me. Okie doke. Right, so let's get started then. Try the single player mode for an easier introduction. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to play this multiplayer. Because I don't have PlayStation Plus or whatever it's called, because I just don't have time, really. Right, let's have a look. So what have we got here? Classic version, Ultimate Detective, and you take where everyone answers to suggestions at the same time but secretly, and play with clue cards for a fast-paced game. I mean, let's just go classic, I think. Right, so the question is, who are we going to be? I mean, I love the designs. Yeah, these are pretty awesome. I mean, God, they are Sims. You're not wrong. Can we talk about how cool the design of Mrs. White is? I mean, in the old version, she I think looked like a kind of slightly doddery kind of maid or something like that. Whereas now she's like Glenn Close is Gordon Ramsay. And I think I know far too many people, including myself, who aspire to Colonel Mustard's facial hair. That's magnificent. I mean, I think I'm happy being Colonel Mustard. But yeah, these are some great designs, aren't they? Green is like Tony Stark. Hi AJ, how are we doing? Hope you are well, and thank you so much for dropping in today. I really appreciate it. We are playing Cluedo on the PS5. We can see what it's like, and we're just marveling at the character redesigns, which are they look less old and doddery than the old versions. I like these. I like these. Let's stick with Colonel Mustard because that's magnificent facial hair, and that's a magnificent waistcoat and orange trousers. Orange trousers. All right. Oh, continue. Okay. Mr. Black is dead. Who killed Bowden Black? To win the game, is find out who killed Bowden Black, with what weapon and where. There are 3 card types: suspects, weapons, and rooms. 1 card from each type is randomly placed in an envelope. These cards are the solution for the crime. It is worth saying that, because I remember once as a kid playing Cluedo, we clearly messed up the shuffling of the cards. We realised, hang on, this doesn't seem possible. We'd all concluded it was one thing, and it wasn't that. And then we had a look in the envelope, and we saw that Colonel Mustard had killed someone with Miss Scarlet. I assume he'd kind of used her as some sort of blunt force instrument. Or, I don't know, some sort of honey trap or something. I don't know, but somehow Miss Scarlet was the murder weapon. There we go. So let's do this properly. Right, shuffly, shuffly, shuffly. 3 things go away. Okay. I did see something in the blurb when I downloaded it that there is an app, so I could be doing all this chicanery that's on the right-hand side in the app, but let's see. Find the solution for the crime by discovering what cards other players have and deducing which ones are in the envelope. The ultimate femme fatale. I mean, let's be honest, the design for Miss Scarlet is generally very femme fatale. Okay, so my cards are lead pipe, rope, and the billiard room, so it's auto-crossed that off. They've automatically crossed off from the clue sheet. They can't be part of the solution. Okie doke. Who goes first? Peacock is the first to play. People just get their names now. They don't have titles anymore. Don't know how I feel about that. It's not a problem. Just different. Peacock is choosing which room to move to. Moving at great speed. Good grief. She's on like roller skates or something. Green's turn. Okay, so didn't make it to a room, so can't make an accusation of any kind. Right. So Tony Stark is going at like light speed into that room up there. The dining room. Green is preparing to make a suggestion. I bet he is. Oh, I love that. I love that you can see it. Okay, so Mustard Wrench dining room. Okay, so Miss White's got one of those things. Okay, and it's auto. You can't quite. Oh, no, you can quite see it just because of the furry. No, because of the viney border I've got now. That it's auto crossed out that Plum does not have Mustard Wrench and dining room. Plum is preparing to make a suggestion. Oh, I bet he is. White Candlestick Conservatory. Miss White again helping out on this one. Okay. It's me. It's an okay roll. Is that enough to get me into a room? It is enough to get me into a room. So I could go into the ballroom. Yeah, let's go into the ballroom. Right, and... Right, so how does this work? So I've got a suggestion. So choose a suspect. Let's go with... Tony Stark. Is there any reason not to? I don't know anything about them. So let's go with Reverend Tony Stark. Select the thingamajig, and I can never remember. This is ridiculous because I'm very new to having a PlayStation. I can never for the life of me remember which one's R1 and R2. I have to look. So it's not the lead pipe or the rope. We know that. Let's go for the revolver and suggest that. Right. I love the fact he's about to pistol whip them with the revolver. Ooh. Ooh. Plum has the revolver. Okay, so we've figured out some stuff, but we've ruled out quite a lot of stuff. That's cool. Right, end turn. I mean, that seemed like a very strong first turn. Because unless Plum has all of those cards, I have learned a great deal. Right, okay, they're on a similar lines here, so they're going to presumably find out some stuff. Oh, green had something. Interesting. Okay. Scarlet is choosing where to move to. Moving at great speed. Bouncing into walls as she goes. In the ballroom. So everyone is thinking along the lines of what I was thinking. Okay, so plum, lead pipe, and ballroom. Okay, so Miss Peacock can help with this. So she doesn't have the lead pipe. I can't remember if we... Oh, no, it does tell us. So my ballroom suggestion, Miss Peacock does not have that. Right, hang on. Right, so will it let me annotate stuff? So I know it's not the lead pipe. I know that Miss Peacock passed on the ballroom, so she must have plum. So what can I do here? If I go to plum, hang on, so Miss Peacock must have plum. So that's what they've got. Peacock is going to the billiard room. Peacock is preparing to make a suggestion. So I've got the billiard room. And the rope. What do I want to reveal? Well, there's lots of options for rooms, aren't there? So I think telling them it's the not the billiard room doesn't narrow it as much. Good Reverend Stark. Okay, people seem to be fixating on the revolver. I don't know if that's... I don't know how good the AI is, to be honest. I don't know what logic it's using to do that, other than the fact that I went for it. So, oh, Plum is helping with something. I should have read that. Oh, so presumably showing the revolver, because that's kind of known information. Or at least some people know it. Kitchen. Plum is preparing to make a suggestion. Yeah, you should see how the AI handles bluffing, I agree. So Miss White can help something there with mustard, candlestick, and kitchen. I don't know much about that at all. So some information there. Right. Right. I've been dragged in here. Let's go back to the ballroom because I think we have useful there. Let's go to the ballroom. Who should we go with? Who should we go with? Who shall we accuse? We know... We don't know a lot, to be honest. I mean, I'm tempted to say Glenn Close's Gordon Ramsay is... I mean, I could believe that she'd kill someone. Happy birthday, buddy. Thank you so much, Knights with the Force. I really appreciate it. We are playing Cluedo. We are... I don't know how well we're doing. We know some information. We know some information. I'm quite liking quite liking the interface. It's quite good. Right, let's find out about the weapon. Let's go for the dagger. Right. There's an argument here that you go really wide, or you narrow it to things you know it can't be, like me saying it could be the lead pipe, because I know someone won't go lead pipe. So I narrow stuff down. But they have Miss White, so it's not Miss White. Okay. I could, in theory, do a bit of annotating here, couldn't I? I could... No. What could I do? Oh, crap, I just did something here that I didn't mean to do, so I will pay attention to this in just a second. So I can manually annotate some stuff here. Right, Plum is helping out with something here. So what do we got here? The accusation was green, revolver, and ballroom. So it's going to be showing the revolver again, one assumes. And thank you so much, all people, for chiming in. That's not what I meant to say. For joining us today. I really do appreciate it. I'll do a general bit of spiel here. So I usually do a lunch chat on Mondays where I just generally talk news, interesting stuff, stuff that has occurred, you know, tabletop RPGs, you know, gaming stuff, movie stuff, etc. Wednesdays we do a bit of the same, but while playing generally an app version of a board game. So we've done Ticket to Ride and all sorts of other stuff. And today we're going nostalgic and going Cluedo. I'm also do gaming streams as well, infrequently. Currently I'm doing a stream of The Last of Us with heart rate monitor on, which I'm enjoying very much. And if Plum doesn't have ballroom, then it's the scene of the crime. Yeah. Yeah, you're on top of this, Mon. You really are. Let's have a look here. Peacock is showing something. So it was Mustard Candlestick Billiard Room. And Peacock's got something there. I mean, we know it's not Billiard Room because I've got it. So they've either got Candlestick or Mustard. I played through the Resident Evil games on my Switch. I've played very few Resident Evil games. In fact, when I say very few, I've played one all the way through. I played Biohazard all the way through. I very much enjoyed it, but my god, was it scary. I'm pretty sure I played little bits of the early ones when I was younger, on like other people's PlayStations and stuff like that. But I really should play more of them. And I know Biohazard and Village are very much not in keeping with the rest of them. Right, what do we got here? Peacock Rope Ballroom. What do I know here? Well, I know it's not the rope. And so, right. I know green doesn't have the rope, because I do. I know he doesn't have the ballroom because he told me that earlier. So when he's revealing something, so that must mean it's got Peacock. So let's cross that out. Right, we have knowledge here. We have knowledge. Someone check me on this one. But I do believe this brings us to the conclusion that it is Reverend Green. Anyone want to shoot me down on this one? But I remember the TV show, so do I. It was amazing. Lots of different actors over various seasons of that one. Plum could have green. How come? I thought we revealed at some point that... But we know it's... Oh no, hang on. Yeah, I just talked utter nonsense here. I have, haven't I? This is just saying what Plum could have, and Plum could have bloody anything. Absolutely right. I've not eliminated this at all. Sorry, my brain is not working terribly well on this one. We know it's... Yeah, to be honest, it could be one of three people. I was thinking about this the wrong way. No, you're absolutely right. Right, so we know some information from this. This is some information, but it's not a firm conclusion. But... Right, it's Green's turn. What is Green going to do? Green is waiting to roll the dice. The Tim Curry film is amazing. and it's kind of top on my list of if you were... It shouldn't be remade, I don't think, unless you remade it with Muppets. I think a remake of the Clue film with Muppets, except for whoever's playing Wadsworth, which couldn't be Tim Curry again, sadly. Though it would be good if it were. You know, he has started doing a little bit of acting again. Could. You never know. But I think if you remade the Clue film with Muppets, like Kermit as Redland Green, Stanley Tucci would be great. I think Phoebe Waller-Bridge would be very good, but I think Stanley Tucci might be even better. I think it would be very good. Like Miss Piggy as Miss Scarlet and stuff like that, I think it would just be so good. It would be difficult. I mean, Gonzo as like Professor Plum and stuff like that, or Colonel Mustard, I think it would just be so good. Right, let's pay attention to what the heck's going on here. So Miss Scarlet. So Plum's got some stuff here. We know it's not Miss Scarlet. It could be the dagger, it could be the conservatory. We don't really know on this one. Right. I'm thinking when I get to my turn that I do something, a very controlled one. I've met 3 members of the Rocky Horror Cast. Please do tell me who, because there are some pretty amazing members of the Rocky Horror Cast. Have you met Richard O'Brien? I'd be very, very jealous if you met Richard O'Brien. Right. We don't know a lot here, to be honest. They're either about to show the wrench or the kitchen. Right, I think I'm going to do a very closed thing here. I think I'm going to try and go, if I can, to the billiard room. Depends where I've been dragged. Yeah, I'm going to go to the billiard room, because I've got that. I'm going to suggest the lead pipe. And I'm going to choose a person so that I can actually do a bit of chicanery here. So who should we suggest it is? It could be... We know... I mean, it's either mustard, scarlet, or green. We think green. Okay, let's go green. And we'll go for the lead pipe. Because you may find something out here. Force plum. That sounds like a crime of some sort. Okay. So we know it's green. We know it's green. Okay, right. So he was delicious. Right, so now they're going to be scrambling to figure out which of those may be interested or not. Oh, I hadn't noticed the fact, if you look at the billiard room, you can see who I've shown that card to. Which is very cool. Oh, so it's Neil Campbell, Richard O'Brien, my favourite Patricia Quinn. Very nice. Very, very cool. Right, so they've gone for a very similar accusation. So the AI has figured out a lot of stuff here, which is good. So it's got green, lead pipe, and the ballroom. Oh, damn. Do we know it's the ballroom? How did we figure out it was the ballroom? Did just someone go there and accuse stuff and it's just figured it out? Well, that's cool. Okay, so I'm going to have to show them the lead pipe here. And now it's a race against time. I can still do a little bit of distraction on this one. If I stay in the billiard room, I can maybe give the impression potentially to some people that the billiard room is in play. I don't know if it'll work. Oh, someone else is up for it as well. Okay, that's cool. Right, so they are... Will that full of... I don't know. I don't know how good the AI is. But clearly Miss Scarlet still thinks the billiard room's possible. So have I shown anyone my billiard room? Ooh, misses. I want to show them the lead pipe, I think. Because I want to keep the illusion going that it could be the billiard room. Peacock is choosing where to go. Okay, so they seem to be onto the fact it's the ballroom. Okay. I've got to show them the lead pipe. So me having the lead pipe is becoming very soon completely useless. Right. I wish I had more information on the weapon. So they're going for Scarlet Rope Ballroom. So I've got to show them the rope. You can't go very far. Now, annoyingly, I'm going to have to show my hand a little bit and accuse them of... I'm going to have to, when it gets my turn, I'm going to have to go for red from green again. Because I don't have any cards in my hand that I could pop them off with. So they'll probably very quickly figure out that I think it's red from green. So I think... Am I in the billiard room? Showing everyone the ropes? Boom, boom. Right, let's stick in the billiard room. Because I still get a little bit of mileage out of that one. It's got to be red and green, because otherwise I will blow that one a little bit. So, what do we think? Right, I'm going to wait for the suggestions from the room here. So we know it could be the candlestick, could be the dagger, could be the wrench. We know 2 people don't have the wrench. 3 if you include me. So there may be some mileage in keeping going with the wrench. That's what I'm leaning towards. What do we think in the room here? Candlestick, dagger, or wrench? Wrench is more likely than others. Do we concur? And 3, 2, 1. Right, let's suggest the wrench. Here we go. Right, green wrench billiard room. Right, Scarlet's got the wrench. Okay, right. We're getting closer. We narrowed it down. So we may, next turn, got 50-50 shot of solving this, if we can make it through another turn. Okay, ooh, it's tense, it's tense. I really like this. They've done a good version of this. And I like where they've used animations and stuff like that. I like that you get to see this stuff. This is great. So angry. Right. Mustard rope kitchen. Any useful information there? Not as such. Peacock revolver. That's not going to tell me much. I want someone to guess candlestick or dagger so I can have some... So I can get some information out of this. I'm trying to think who Miss Peacock reminds me of. There's slight vibes of Callie from Grey's Anatomy. She reminds me of someone and I can't think who it is. Scarlet Candlestick. Okay. Okay, so Miss White has got something there. Yeah, anything. Doesn't help me a huge amount. Other than the fact we've eliminated Candlestick. A bit. Well, we haven't eliminated. We've narrowed it down. I think that's going to be my logical guess. Unless we get more information in a second. Mustard lead pipe. So I've got to show them the lead pipe. Okay. Green is considering whether or not to make an accusation. Plum's turn. Very dapper, but they all look very dapper. Plum is preparing to make a suggestion. I bet he is. Right, I'm going to show that pipe. Right, so everyone's seen the lead pipe now. Okay. Okay, right. So here we go again. Right. So I'm going to... Unless they've moved me. Have they moved me? They did move me a bit, but I can still go into the billiard room. Let's go to the billiard room. We've got to go for Reverend Green. We know we've got to go for Reverend Green. And, I mean, it's got to be Candlestick, because we've got a better chance with this one. Come on. Come on. Okay, right. So that means... Actually, well, without 50-50 bollocks, I can make an accusation at the end. So, I can now make an accusation. Right, so let's... Look at these stroking my beard. So, we are pretty sure here that it is Reverend Green with the dagger in the ballroom. Now, I'm intrigued that it has an auto-figured-out dagger for me. Is that because I did some annotations myself? I wonder if it only auto-annotates if it's based on its own internal logic. Let's do it then. Let's do it. Look at him. Look like a freaking ninja. Reverend Green. With the dagger in the ballroom. There we go. There we go. Whose sports car is that? There we go. I get some points for things. Not quite sure how it's awarding me these points, but sure, why not? Dark, of course. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I agree. Right. Curious if I compare clue sheets. What did they figure out along the way? So they were getting there, but no, they're way up on the run. In fact, generally, I was very ahead of people on the run. So not showing them that billiard room card really did me some favours on that one. So I get some achievement-y type things or some challenges. Oh, good grief! It wants you to play a lot of games. Is there a way to make the AI harder? Probably. I mean, we don't have time for another game now, alas. Sadly, I've got to go to work. But let's just have a little look. See. Well, there's different modes on this one. I didn't see a difficulty on the classics. We've got Ultimate Detective, a new take where everyone answers to suggestions at the same time, but secretly. Interesting. And Clue Cards. Play with Clue Cards for a fast-paced game. And there is a multiplayer mode, absolutely. And there's DLC. God knows what the DLC does, but I'm kind of curious. Local play. I can't see local play around a single screen working, because how the hell, unless there's like an app involvement where you can see your cards just on the app, almost like a Jackbox style thing, because I know there is an app so you can have your detective card on it. So maybe that's how it works. Maybe the only information on the main screen is the control, but all the hidden information you have on your phone. If that's the case, that's very nice. I'm tempted to try that and see if that works. I mean, clearly I can't do it on stream very easily, unless I can arrange... No, only work with local play. No. I'll have to try and see. I will have to try and see. I think that is the only option on this one. I'm curious, because that would be maybe fun to do as a stream, potentially. I don't know how well it would work. Don't know. I'm intrigued to try that. Okie doke. Well, thank you so much for popping into my birthday stream. Honestly, I'd like to play a game. I'd like to play another game, but I can't. I have, stuff I need to do. I have to work to get money, for food and stuff like that, which is a very boring thing to have to do, but needs must and all that. Thank you so much for joining in today. Again, if you wouldn't mind, if you, I think you all follow me here, so thank you so much for that. You were part of my wonderful army of 97 people. If you could, on socials, find one of my posts from today and quote tweet it and encourage people to follow me here and on YouTube for short thoughts and other fun. I want to try and get to 100 today. That would be absolutely brilliant. That's about it, I'm afraid. You all know where to find me. It's DC Bradshaw RPG on Twitter. It's dcbradshaw.com on Blue Sky and DC Bradshaw on Threads. We're going to go over and raid Teague Madison, who is playing the new Star Wars game, which is very, very cool. And I will see you all very, very soon. Let's just arrange that raid, and then I will disappear. All right, so that is going to go in about 6 seconds. Thank you so, so much for joining me, and let's go and do that. All right, take care. Bye.